When God was showing Moses the promised land, Moses said to him, if your presence doesn't go with us, I don't want to go. These opportunities don't come along all the time.
It's time for another step.
This is our whole purpose of being here.
This is a promise that's been made to us since the beginning.
This is our chance. This is our opportunity.
It's time for each of us to say, what am I going to do?
What can we do?
Whether we're going to say yes to it, or whether we're going to say no to it, we have that choice.
I was praying here. I couldn't help but notice, but up high there was a large bird just soaring on the wind. It's like God magnified that bird to me, and he said, I want you to follow my spirit, just like he's doing that.
God began to move on us to start a church here in Murfreesboro. We became nomads. We needed to find a location almost every single week. Over the years, we've looked at hundreds of locations. What was meant to be 1 or 2 years in this place turned into what is 11 now.
Had words spoken over our church that God was going to provide a place for us, that he hadn't forgotten us. And when you hold on to a word like that for a really long time, there's a point where you feel like it's just never going to happen.
We were in here praying, and I just felt led to pray for the building. And I just had faith rise up in me. I felt like there was somebody here in the city that could give us the land.
There's a realtor that God began to move on her heart to help us find property. At the same time, a wealthy man in this community, he's thinking about our church.
We didn't sit down at the banker's office and ask to be given property.
And then all of a sudden, very nonchalantly, he said, well, what if I do this? What if I give you this property here? It's worth $400,000, and you won't have to worry about any down payment, and we'll do the rest of the financing for the building as well. He said, how does that sound to you? And I said, yeah, that sounds great.
When we build a building, we're making room for more souls to come into the kingdom. We're making more room for the presence of God to manifest.
It isn't just a place for us currently. This is about the people who will come here and their lives be changed by the power of God. Imagine Murfreesboro, the suicide rate just plummeting and the abortion rate being all but non-existent, and clinics having to close, and the crime rate dropping. Those are the kinds of things that are possible when God has been given place to move.
What I like about Turning Point, how much time do you have?
We welcome everybody, and if there's no space, we're finding spaces.
It gives us new opportunities, larger community, a larger family.
I'm excited to hug new faces.
That's why we're here. We're here for Harvest. Harvest needs we need a bigger barn.
God has placed us for such a time as this.
Now is the time that God is moving us. We have to take advantage of it so that we don't miss out on what he has for us.
I believe that the greatest adventure you can ever have in your life is when you get out of the boat.
We have heard all these stories from other churches that, oh, well, God did this for us. I'm excited for our story.
If we had tried to make something happen then, we wouldn't have the story, the God story that we have now.
I just think this is the best story. This is a story worth waiting for.
We're needing people who have a heart of generosity to see God's kingdom advance. That vision and that heart for the ongoing move of God, not to just maintain, but to expand and to grow, to see God do something so great that we absolutely can't take any credit for it. We can't attach our name to it.
When we began this church, we started with what we had. We gave what we had. And Sunday by Sunday, God continued to increase to where we are today. And it's time for another step. It's time for each of us to say, what am I going to do with what God has put in my hand?
This can't be accomplished without you. It can't be. It takes all of us to make this happen.
So let's get out of the boat. Let's walk on some water.